Wicked. Okay. Talk to me about predictions, Ali, while I fix the stats.
Well, I mean, it's hard to look past. I mean, there are going to be quite a lot of people who are just going to be like, oh, Epsilon are just going to take it 5-0, 5-0, maybe a couple of rounds to Fenneks. But other than that, can well see it finishing before the 30-minute time limit. I think on probability, if they played this match, the same match over and over again, and you just took, I think 90% of the time Epsilon would win. But at the same time, Fenneks players have the potential such that if they have a good game, and especially players like Walters who can be maybe more volatile, and then some players on Epsilon have a bad game, perhaps more so Bash, and Walters can then dominate him on the flank, then we could definitely see a map or two going to Fenneks. I mean, I'm not going to say I'd put money on it myself, but I'm saying it's possible.
No, Ali, put money where your mouth is. Put some money down. Throw some money on the table.
Epsilon.
Yeah.
Epsilon all the way,
okay,
my friend.
Well, I'm also going to bet on Epsilon. Yeah. I think what's going to be most interesting is the middles, because middle's going to give them even ground. Like I said, Rib's going to be faster to middle. Salmon's going to be happy to go aggressive. Same with QNX. QNX has some quite interesting middles. I'm not sure if they're consistently effective, but I think it'll be interesting. It'll just be whether Fenneks and Epsilon can transfer that into rounds. You know, even if they get a middle win or a strong middle win, if they can actually turn that and take it all the way to Epsilon's last and cap the point, that'll be the key here. Because I don't think Fenneks are going to have problems winning mid. It's just taking it all the way.
Sure. I don't actually know how the PVW between Epsilon and AWS finished up. 20 minutes through, it was a draw. But I mean, in terms of AWS winning this season, I think it shows Epsilon are in fairly good shape. So hopefully we're in for a good game at least.
Yeah, give me a score, Ali. Give me a Badlands-based score.
6-1. Epsilon get a bit too comfortable once they're 3-0 after 5 minutes. Let Fenneks have a round, but then manage to seal the deal. I think Badlands is definitely going to go in Epsilon's favour. But, I mean, once it gets to Fenneks map, who knows?
Who knows? Yeah, we're still waiting on 2 players?
Both of them in spec at the moment.
Both in spec at the moment. Okay. So, I think I'm going to throw down... I want to go 5-3 Epsilon. I reckon it's going to be close, but Fenneks will have a strong start. Maybe it'll be about 3-2 to Fenneks, and then Epsilon just going to come back sort of 5-6-3 by the end of it. And then obviously we'll go to Fennex's pick. Hopefully they'll pick something interesting, maybe Viaduct, just kind of theory crafting, but Epsilon aren't particularly confident on Viaducts. Maybe a bit more of an even fight for Fenneks if they can just keep it messy, keep Epsilon on the back foot.
Yeah, I mean, not that Fenneks don't have ability, but I mean, when you come up against like these giant and DM heavy incredible players who play together, you think, oh, well, maybe we could, I don't know, pick another map, catch them off guard, practice it a bit more, and then they'll have the environment advantage, if you like. I think in preparation for the playoffs, Epsilon are going to practice a lot of things and be aware of that. But, yep, I think we could very well see something like Viaduct here. And Mike's just messaged me saying they've gone live, so 70 seconds.
70 seconds.
Give me your predictions. You haven't said anything.
I did. I said 5-3.
I think I was messaging people.
Remember? Wow, how rude. Wow. Yeah, so it'll be interesting to see what happens on the first middle. Obviously, both Roma's going to bring something a little bit new to the team. Expect a lot of aggression, especially if Rib nails his rollout. You expect Fenneks to go aggressive pretty much straight away. Salmon and QNX, I imagine. Salmon will probably go a bit more direct. QNX will maybe play the house area, play a bit of a distracting role, but expect GF18, Walters and Rib to try and get across the point pretty early on and just keep it, like take the fight straight to Epsilon, keep on the back foot, and that's what I think they will have to do to stop Epsilon just rolling them really, because if Epsilon get ahead of steam going and a good few rounds clear, they can just slow down the game, you know, and just stop Fenneks getting a chance to score as many points.
I think what we're ultimately saying is that Epsilon have the ability, it's just whether they manage to implement and carry any momentum forward. I think however good Fenneks are, if Epsilon get in their groove, then nothing on Fenneks is going to stop them. As I think I hear people going ready.
Yeah, hold on, I just need to fix the crosshair because I'm getting... A load of people who apparently the crosshair's just bad for them.
Does nobody else play with a purple cross?
We're going live, Ali. Take us to the first middle while I try and fix.
Okay, I will do. I'm looking through, trying to find... Oh, I'll go for War. You said Rib would be ahead. Let's see if War takes some early damage. So yeah, I've got to be saying this. This is Epsilon Fenneks, second map, playoff. Woo! Second playoff, first map. As you see both them and then go window, more passive, both afraid of the other maybe. As Epsilon go completely valley, going to try and take the Fenneks train. Fenneks have walked up their own slope trying to dominate it. Epsilon have gone far too aggressive though, maybe gone too much individually, and 3 of their people are down. War, Mike and Bash, they've managed to keep Nox alive, so they're going to have an Uber for defending, but Fenneks played passive and Epsilon were a bit cagey about that play, and wow, I mean, come on Fenneks! Woo!
Here we go, the upsets on the cards. I'm so close to fixing the crosshair, just one more command. Here we go, guys. It's nice and white in the standard crosshair. Is that better for everyone? Is everyone having a nicer viewing experience now? As we see both Epsilon and Fenneks with 100% charge. Epsilon on their last point though. This is what I talked about in the pre-game. Fenneks need to convert these pushes. I don't know which way we want to go with it. Putting it on Salmon right now, the pocket soldier for Team Fenneks. Going to see what he wants to do. They're all stacking his lobby, like all 6 players in the same lobby. I'm not quite sure where they want to take it.
I mean, I think they should ultimately be trying to go main, because that Pyro Bash is sitting up top. He's ready to push back that Uber as much as he can with the air blast, and maybe if they're taking a scout, do they know he's there? If they're taking a scout, it's a sign that they know he's there. And actually taking 2 scouts in, that Pyro is not going to be effective at all. Or maybe he went back and to spawn actually. The Uber actually comes out from Epsilon. They managed to pick up both scouts now, both scouts on that Uber, QNX on the flank too, and Kyler's just ran straight into top lobby, taking down Rib as well. It's just Skeet and Salmon who are hightailing it back to choke at the moment. Sturdy hold from Epsilon, but quite faint-hearted push, I think, from Fenneks.
I know, I liked it. Like, throw a soldier up a point, Uber scouts, both scouts in, pop the Uber, try and sack both scouts up a point. I mean, GF18 was on the little lamp above the point for a lot of that until he got, like, spammed down. I like the idea. Maybe more of an Uber advantage push than a push. I don't see a soldier. Yeah, Kyler's all over him, though. Going to take him down straight away, but the rest of the Fenneks team are trying to follow in. Kyler's still trying to fight. The demo's doing a lot of pressure there from Rib. He might go down, but yeah, Rib's going to be the first to die, but Walters comes in and cleans up Nox. There's my game lag. Sorry, stream. Take it away, Ali.
That's alright. So they managed to devote everything to eventually taking down Nox, but they lost too many players in it, and Epsilon have the DM advantage. It's now 2 scouts versus the 1. Just Walters, and he's going to get taken down by Kyler and Bash together. They're going to get onto the midpoint and be able to cap that out. Nox is going to have an advantage. He died a lot earlier. There's 1 soldier from Fenneks going to come in to try and contest, but he's no way going to jump into 2 scouts. And War has just arrived, so they're going to be able to hold this mid. And how is Nox? I think Nox wasn't building there for about 10 seconds, to the extent that Skeej now has a big advantage on him. He's still running Uber charge, so yeah, just Nox is bad on that respect. It looks like Epsilon want to push Valley. They're lining up there at the moment. There's a scout and a soldier there from Fenneks at the moment. Now the soldiers bomb round. They're going to try and pick that roaming soldier. QNX gets stuck in spawn and gets taken out by the rockets of Mike. And but where have they gone? They've gone to mid.
Yeah, they're all over mid right now.
Fenneks are all stuck on mid. Depends how quickly can they get players onto Spy Epsilon. It looks like they're going to try and devote all their attention to come back to mid. They force out the Uber really quickly from Epsilon. Nox has got his, but he's ditching. No, he hasn't got his. He's an 85. He's had to ditch his players. And somehow they've still got quite a few people alive for Epsilon. And Fenneks is just going to roll on to Epsilon second.
Yeah, really messy right there. Looks like Epsilon is still on mid, but they know that's not going to work. Soldier's going to try and jump fast, but he's taking so much damage in the air. Surely GF18 is going to take him down. Another soldier on there now. Rib and the scout focusing down that soldier. Both going to go down. Cap's going to go as well. GF18 looks like he wants to run straight to last. He actually spots War in top lobby.
Nice.
Fakes back. Kyler's cleaned up both. GF18's still on last right now. Soldier's coming into last as well. Bash is going to clean up both of them. Safe, good play from Bash right now in the defense. Walters is now hiding at forward resupply. And it looks like Epsilon, I imagine, will try and want to push out on this, maybe?
Yeah, Epsilon got themselves in a very sticky situation there. They made a good flank through to through Valley ultimately, but didn't get time on second and had to run back to mid. And then Nox didn't have his Uber, so they lost mid and then lost second. And thankfully for Epsilon, Kyler managed to take the play, taking down the medic and demo man for Fenneks. But Fenneks themselves have spawned in time enough to be able to hold this second point. They've got a soldier hiding quite aggressively. That's QNX ready to jump on any unsuspecting medic or demo man who come onto the balcony. I'm looking to see if either has spawned with a new medic gun. No, both on the basic money gun, no one on crits for the moment. QNX has peeked around. He's got some rockets. Nox, was that a drop?
Yeah, I have a drop. QNX with the drop, and this Epsilon push is going to be absolutely stunted. Soldier still wants to go. QNX lands a big midi on him. Down goes Mike. GF18's going to claim that one. Walters does go down, but 100% charge for Skeege right now. Surely he's going to want to take this straight in. Salmon's going to want to go down main with this. Looks like QNX is going to open up a point for Uber's flash. Salmon focusing down for Soldier. QNX has killed War. They're all stacking for point right now. Nox is going to have to drop, and that's Fenneks with the first round. Upset on the cards. They already overturned their original seeding of 4th to beat 3rd place. Looks like they want to take it all the way right now. Beat the mighty Epsilon as well. I think it was 2012 or something since Epsilon last entered the season and didn't win. Early stages right now.
Nox checks out the OMGs in chat. Clearly dissatisfied with his team there. Pretty sure he could have popped himself there, but you never know. Anyway, we're going to see both demo men going balcony again. Epsilon probably don't want to commit themselves as much this time. Indeed, they're going up their own slope instead of trying to get Fenneks. But Mike is stuck on train, gets destroyed there by QNX. They've got the first frag Fenneks, and they're dominating this middle. Bash down too. Fenneks taking control. Oh, Epsilon, what's happening to you?
Yeah, I'm not quite sure what their plan is right now. They're just getting pinned back. I see War backing off. Looks like they're going to go into Trash and try and block this. He just got a small advantage, and Ribber's already on the point. But here come Epsilon to try and defend it. Salmon's getting pretty aggressive though, but he's getting focused down pretty hard. Ski just surely going to have to pop. But there's so much cap time, and the flank, Walters came in 2 kills off the flank. QNX going to make it a 3rd. It's now 5v3 equal Ubers, and it looks like they're going to want to go straight down main with this for Fenneks team.
Yeah, there's only 3 alive for Epsilon. I mean, they've got that Uber, and they will be able to hopefully block in time for spawns. But what Fenneks is trying to do is pick off the Epsilon members. They're just flashing all on the point at the moment. Fenneks have such better positioning. They need the spawns to come in. They're losing too many players though, and the scout on the point is going to be able to cap it in time. Oh my gosh, what's happening here?
I like it. I'm going to watch Rib to middle right now. I'm enjoying this. What's that, 2-0? Actually, you take this middle, Ali.
I've taken 2 already, but let's go for it anyway. Looking to see where both of them are going to come. I mean, they've been coming window so far, and it's been working well for Fenneks. So, yeah, actually, War opts to go main this time, changing things up. Fenneks and the Soldier quickly to shithouse, maybe bomb into the demo man, but War is just playing so passively. The Soldier bomb comes in, doesn't manage to take down Nox, QNX, but there's a scout, Walters, he's chasing. He gets down Mike, but Nox is still alive with 73 HP. Meanwhile, the rest of his team has mainly been cleaned up, but Epsilon have managed to take down Nox, the crucial, Skeege, the crucial
Nox
medic.
is still going. He's fighting a scout in Valley right now.
Somehow.
1 arrow, 2 arrows. He's dodging all the pistols right now. Under 30 HP, going for swords. Walters will eventually finish that painful, like, elongated one-on-one. That went on for about a year right there. But Fenneks, again, coming out on top. And Skeege is on crits.
I mean, credit where credit's due. Nox survived outrageously long that middle.
If he got any help at any point, really, like any proper help, Mike tried to, but didn't have enough real health left. But if he got any proper help, he probably would have been fine. Now we can see him all over the point. Soldier gets launched up really high. GF18 should claim that one. Nice fadeaway rocket, but Nox is going to go down. I'm missing all the action as Salmon and Rib are going to combine to take nose in Trash. It's just Mike and Bash left alive. Don't really know what they can do.
Trash.
Yeah, Mike's going to try and slow him down. Mike trades with Rib, that's not bad. But the scouts are going to be all over this push. Bash is the only one alive. 3 going to spawn now. Epsilon have crits. Walters is already on the point. It's already over before the spawns can really come in. And that's 3-0 Fenneks. Epsilon's map pick. What is this?
Oh, this is crazy. I'm going to watch Rib because apparently he's, well, Fenneks is winning the mid, so you're demo and so for Mitchell that he must be doing something really well. Is he going to opt to go? Yep. Well, I mean, why change a winning tactic? He's going balcony again. Going to try and take down War. Walker's main then. Trying to make balcony wasn't working for him. He's trying to do something different. Forsaken jumps up onto Fenneks' train. The Roma trying to make some big plays. But QNX jumps onto the train and takes down War. Skeege. What? Bash finally making the big flanks. It should be Epsilon well, it should be Epsilon's in the long term. They kept their medic alive. This is going to be Fenneks' again middle in terms of overall DM. Epsilon may be resorting to a clever tactic and managed to take down the medic, so they'll win the Uber fight in the long term, but in terms of pure DM, they are still losing this middle.
Yeah, Nox is going to get his fully charged, but look how far back he is. We're way back on balcony. He doesn't want to risk anything right now. Mike's going to start walking it forward. As this is the first time Epsilon have had a proper advantage in this map so far. We're 10 minutes in. 3 rounds have passed.
Sniper?
And I think GF18 is on Sniper. Going to put on the GF18 cam. He's going to watch him come in. I don't think Nox is coming from that door. And Rib actually gets a double sticky trap. Both soldiers. A swap off them there. Walters is trying to peek in-house. Looks like they've stabilised this push and Epsilon don't want to go. Kyle, yeah, they're just hanging out in trash. They've completely nullified that Uber advantage, and his Epsilon's only advantage so far, and they've got nothing out of it thanks to one sticky trap from Rib.
There's some sticky traps from War that no one's noticed as he goes around choke. Ooh, Skeege jumped when he goes around choke. If War had been there, he could have deaded and got Skeege, I think. There's a scout in the bridge for Epsilon who's trying to put pressure onto Skeege, but War actually managed to take down Rib, dropped by Skeege there. They've got the single Uber. War should go down in return here. Mike takes down QNX on the flank, I imagine, QNX being who he is. But this looks like it's definitely going Epsilon's way. Finally managing to win a DM fight. They take height on the Spire and completely destroy the combo for Fenneks. And that's the first wipe. Maybe Epsilon have been completely destroyed, but I think that's the first wipe we've seen.
Yeah, now other than like last points really, Epsilon starting to stake a claim into it. What did I say? Fenneks to go about 3-2 up, something like that, and then to pull it, then Epsilon to pull it back. So that's still on the cards. 50% Uber advantage right now in the bag for Nox. They're just building on mid. Epsilon have to be feeling a little bit, maybe not nervous, but a little bit on edge right now. No one really expected them to go 3-0 down, least of all themselves. Looks like Mike's going to go peak house straight away. Sees they're far away. Should just be able to walk this through pretty comfortably.
Yeah, so I was going to say last time they had Uber, they lost 2 of their soldiers to 1 sticky trap, so they're going to be aware of that happening again. Taking the route through Valley, still susceptible to sticky traps, but maybe less so. They're going to Uber really early as well. They actually lose Forsaken, and they're not going to gain any frags with this Uber. I mean, it got them forward, but they're not going to be able to get anywhere with it. War just in the lobby, completely out of position, but Mike jumps down to save him, and some nice pipes from War. They're going to win the fight. War and Mike, and that was crazy. They took out most of the Fenneks team. As they've capped second, and now Mike is on last, and War sticking him off. Yeah, Epsilon making the comeback.
Yeah, Walters and QNX going for a back cap there. Ill-advised, really, since, they just left their team without enough people to block the Spire properly. And Epsilon now have a foothold back in this game. I'm going to watch Rib to middle, hitting those rollouts. I'm starting to get the hang of updating the score and looking at people at the same time. This camera work isn't that hard. I was going to see Rib go balcony. Slightly slower than War actually on the balcony rollout because War opted to get the health pack delayed. Going to land a sticky on Rib as well. Rib down to half. Not a whole lot going on so far right now. War's still spamming as well. QNX is all over, goes for the air shot on Nox, can't land the air shot, going to turn around and try and get some damage on Mike, but Mike's going to clean that one up. Now Mike wants to walk forward, Rib's still spamming the point, but he's isolated now. Mike's going to claim that one, and Epsilon claim is that their first middle of the game?
Yeah. Skeege is just running away. Don't go for a fight, Skeege, just get out. There's Epsilon come around choke. Some unusual momentum they're enjoying following a middle.
GF18's behind. GF18 has blocked the point. Forsaken's going to go back. GF18's going to take the fight in house. GF18 mashing him up quite a bit, but as Walters actually.
GF18 is still on the point. He's going for War. War jump back. Can he take down War? War's 30 health, but gets covered by Mike. War missing the pipes. War, stick to the stickies, my friend. They're buffed.
Yeah, QNX now hiding right above him as they come out. They don't know he's there. He's going to drop right on Nox. He's all over Nox. Nox is trying to milk it. Soldier's going to land straight in his face. Nox drops for Uber. Salmon comes out and gets a free man with the help of QNX. Why did Nox not pop? That QNX was all over him.
Fenneks Ubered out of main, jumped their second soldier onto Nox, and Nox still didn't pop. That's outrageous. I mean, QNX being on top of Nox's head when he comes out of Haunter would be enough to pop for me. But
back cap, but it's way too late. So Fenneks are in a really precarious position right now. 3 players. Yeah, 3 players in front of them, 3 players behind.
Rush players forward onto point. Epsilon are going to have a really harsh.
That's what they're doing.
Well, Epsilon's combo is actually stuck in house, so they're going to come straight out of Haunter and try and put the hurt on. War is actually stuck out. Ski tries to retreat to choke, but that scout coming from behind, Kylo manages to take him down. And it's a really nice sandwich. Sandwich of plays. Fenneks had no idea that the Epsilon's combo is in house. They just assumed they'd be back on last, but fortune favoured them despite having the poor positioning, as there's GF18 tries to just W into the combo.
Walters is in as well. They were both hiding. Walters is going to manage to sneak out. Nice play from Walters, but again, massive Uber disadvantage. It's all going to be about forcing Nox, or dropping him again. Why not? 2 so far, isn't it? 15 minutes into the first map, why not try and drop him again?
Yeah, well, the medics that showed he had 1 so far this season, and now he's added to that by 200%. As we see, Epsilon is just peeking with their combo round choke, meanwhile, their flank round choke, meanwhile the combo is coming resup, and they're just moving out into yard, not wishing to take the Uber into lower lobby like they did last time. That wasn't so effective. Actually managing to save their Uber this time, so they should have a last push with Uber. which would be the first successful one we've seen in the game. Fenneks had that one right at the start. Other than that, both teams have been able to wipe the other team on second and push through. As we see standard soldier Uber coming in top right. They've got the pyro there. They're going to actually keep Mike stuck in. Can he get out? There's a heavy there. He's going to completely destroy Mike. Yeah, Mike goes down. Fenneks is going to have the advantage here in terms of pushing out. And they should do. Ubers are completely equal. They should push out here. They should. Wow, they're not.
But it's only one player. Maybe they just don't fancy for chances. Equal Ubers, you know, playing it cagey. I mean, they have the lead right now. Like, they can just turtle it if they want it. Like, I always think it's really risky when teams, because it's not something they would have practiced as much. But if they want to do it, like, they're well within their rights. Epsilon's still on like cookie cutter lineup. GF18 on Spy. Spy cam. He's in main. Disguised as an enemy
no
sniper.
One there for him.
He's
Epsilon
looking for
so
knocks. He keeps having a little peek around the corner. He's just gonna, yeah, he's been spotted. But I think he should get out. Spam Rocket's coming in, but he will survive. He will survive. He goes on. GF18 swapping to Sniper now. Don't really know which way Epsilon want to take this in. War's hanging pretty close top left.
For the soldier spam bottom left. Both soldiers in there trying to catch off whoever's up there. But it's a heavy, and you're not gonna get the soldier spam onto a heavy that effectively. I think Mike actually tried to jump in to try and get the pick on the soldier that they spammed, but he's going to go down for the heavy that was there. And the pyro, what is this?
They forced.
The pyro runs up from main into top lobby, forces Nox's Uber.
Ski just gonna pop as well. Can pop on Salmon. He's pretty low though. Salmon's gonna keep trying to push out. Kyler's tried to go behind. He's taken down. And Fenneks just very nervous about this push out right now, committing everyone to last because of that one player behind. Don't want to risk anything right now, Fenneks.
That was completely ridiculous from Walters there. He just ran up through main and then didn't even air blast anything. He just flamethrowered Nox into forcing his Uber. Epsilon, really, is that? Can people do that to you now?
GF18's back on the Spy Man, the French man on the Spy Man.
Yeah.
He's behind the players right now. He's right behind Nox! Nox is going to go down! He can't get the scout! He actually trades with Bash because Bash had the Boston Basher out, and that's a 2-for-1 for GF18. Everything Fenneks want to do right now is working. Soldier's going to try and force his way in. QNX wrecks Mike. He's going to wreck the other soldier as well. No, Forsaken squeezes out, but Walters going to get him. Great play from the substitute QNX right now, and surely we're going to see a push out right now. Surely Fenneks have to go, and here they come.
Full of ridiculous off-classing by Fenneks that really shouldn't be working about against the team that should be representing Europe at the next LAN. As we see Epsilon pushing out with their massive Uber advantage. Ski just managed to get really far away forward without having to Uber. Finally doesn't yard to a scout there, and they maybe left it too late actually there. Uber is not going to accomplish them any frags, and certainly not on Nox, which would have been their intention, I guess. They're guaranteed second point, but Nox now has about 20-second scope in which he'll get his Uber and Fenneks won't have theirs, so they can push back and reclaim this. There's actually an Epsilon scout still inspired, dancing around. Bash is going to manage to get out somehow.
He's just going to walk away. How did he just walk? He just jumped over their heads and walked away. Salmon's pretty close right now, going to jump back to Skeege. There is a scout behind Skeege. Scout on Skeege, but Salmon's got the rockets. Meanwhile, Epsilon are powering through. Haven't had to use that Uber. Might want to put it on Nox, see if there's any threat to him right now. There's a scout peek in second, resup, but I think they feel confident with the pyro and the heavy. They can buy enough time for Skeege to get this last 25% on last. And Fenneks are battening down the hatches right now. It says Epsilon push wants to come in main. War's going to lead the way. Uber is popped. He's on the demo man. Skeege is nearly at Uber. He doesn't have it. Pipe's coming up. He's going to pop now. He pops later. He's going to save all these gamers. Going to heal them up. And Fenneks are going to once again hold on to last. Walters once more. Walters is having a bit of a peek. Walters had to be reined in a little bit there by the rest of his team. Just warning him. It is Epsilon. Don't get carried away. As looks like Epsilon want to re-push right now. Salmon and Rib going to try and sandwich this soldier, but Forsaken gets Rib, and that's for Sticky's off a point, and Bash is going to walk in. And that's a cap. 3-2.
Yeah, classic there. Mike walked in top right, completely distracted the players who were defending the left side from Fenneks' perspective, and from that left side, with a Bash run in bottom left. But this has been completely outrageous so far. The off-class plays, Nox being made to look average, both by Fenneks and, well, by himself in some respects. As we see on this mid, Rib opting to go balcony once more. That aggressive soldier Forsaken, his 50 HP, is really weak behind. Other than that, no frags though on this middle. Fenneks are going completely behind, trying to take him down. They actually, they come out with less players in it in the end, but only flank players gone down so far. We've got Demo and Medic alive on both teams. Rib hightailing out of there. Skeege, where are you, Skeege? Oh, there's a soldier behind. It's Forsaken. He's still alive from all that time. He's in bottom lobby. He is. Rib jumps through top lobby. He's not going to get the actual pick. As Skeege is in spawn, he's completely safe. Not going to get anything. And I'm still watching Forsaken quite far forward at the moment. Going to see if he can get any picks. But Epsilon don't really want to wait. They've managed to take that second easily. And they're just going to look for a point to Uber in through last now.
Yeah, they look like they want to go bottom right straight away. Skeege should have the Uber in time, but they're going to try and get a pick. Can't force for pick on anyone right now. And they're not actually going to commit to this. They just wanted a cheap pick before they push. Where Fenneks would have had the Uber, and we see Walters on Pyro once again, GF18 on the Sniper, and Mike looks like he wants to just take this in. Top right actually he wants to go, try and force the Sniper back. Interesting here, the Pyro's going to try and cut him off. Walters takes a lot of damage right there, reflects the rocket, going to save himself. Now Mike wants to keep going. Epsilon just not want to commit to this fully, but just want to try and get some free spam in this really cluster choke point. Surely they could get crushed here if Fenneks just pincer them from either side.
Walters is going to go down, surely. Tender scouting on the point, but Rib had stickies there already. Walters maybe getting a bit too big for his boots, trying to peek that top a little bit too much, get juggled to the floor, and Kyle actually rushed in to try and get the frag on him. Ended up losing his life because Fenneks covered well, but oh well. Walters nearly got the pick on War there in main.
They Uber. Yeah, Salmon met Mike in top lobby. Skeege Uber so Salmon can like take the fight, but Nox even milked the entire way. So now we're going to see an Uber advantage push, and Fenneks really not getting as aggressive as they should once they had that 2-man advantage. They need to force Nox. They go into a front lobby hold now, but it might be too late. Maybe
Epsilon got such an advantage. If you look at this, they're 100% up. Skeege is only stuck on 40%, and they're dancing around Spire, picking somebody to go in. Maybe going top lobby, that's always a good opportunity if the other team having a forward hold, because you can get right in the other team's face if you go in from balcony, as opposed to having either of the lobby entrances where you're in the lower ground. That soldier who's quite far forward is going to get caught out. Both soldiers actually now down from Fenneks. They're going to be able to roll in. Ski just 10 seconds or so off his Uber. He's got a heavy up to try and defend him. Going to take a lot of spam. He's going to be building this Uber really quickly. They need to try and get onto Ski at the moment. Ski has got himself into an outrage position. Did he just get an Uber saw?
He got an Uber saw, and Walters is going to have to do his best to clean up everything right now, trying to pistol down that scout. Lands for pistol, but the demo's coming in and Walters only has pistol loaded. Going to swap now, but the soldiers have respawned for Fenneks, so they might be able to hold on. Walters even wants to go aggressive onto the soldier, but Mike's DM is too solid, too much heals, and they will hold on. And Nox now has a 40% advantage, but they might want to go straight away. Mike's thinking about it, he's peeking main, he's peeking top. Mike's going straight away, just thinks he can out-DM Salmon with the heals, and he's correct. Salmon down to 37 HP, but Mike catches a pipe from behind, and that's going to cancel that aggression. But Nox is getting awfully close to Uber right now. I imagine they're going to want to go straight away.
Yeah, they're actually going to go into top left from Fenneks' perspective, just trying loads of different things, trying to find something that will work. The heavy jumps back into spawn, they're not going to be able to kill him, but Mike jumps top and takes down Skeege. So he's not going to get his Uber, but it's quite even at the moment in terms of players saying that Salmon, CommanderX, Walters all taking up frags, wipe from Epsilon. Oh my gosh.
7 minutes remaining. 7 minutes remaining.
Uber from Epsilon, and then they just choke on the deathmatch.
I think it was a mistake to go top right. All the players they tried to kill top right just walked away back into spawn, and they didn't get a lot done with the early part of the Uber. And all those players in spawn are obviously full health because of, you know, resupply. So that's good for them, but Epsilon want to get aggressive straight away. War pressuring that front door. Looks like Epsilon players are all over it right now. Kyler on atop the point, going to cap that one out. Ubers are pretty much equal, 8% in it for Nox. That's not really enough to really do anything with. And it's GF18 on Spy again. No, he's changed his mind. He's going heavy. Changed his mind. Yeah.
Epsilon can't push last at the moment, and I think they should try and push. Well, they should try and push out the moment.
They're doing it. They're doing it. Stickies are forced on the point. The rest of the players trying to come in top, and there's another scout behind. Bash is going to get the Walters frag. QNX trying to take that scout on, but that scout's doing a lot of damage.
Still behind the point.
QNX can't find the rocket. Will eventually take him down, but down to 36 HP. Forsaken's going to try and walk in now and actually forces for Uber. Nox is mega.
Nox drops War.
Has he popped?
He's having an awful day.
Oh god.
He's running away now. It's just him and a scout alive. Mike's there too, but I think he's just the spawner. Fenneks going to leave their heavy on last. They're just having such better Ubers at the moment. Epsilon can't do anything. Epsilon's only hope at the moment is maybe to try and completely wipe Fenneks on this second point and try and then push on to last, because their last push is just 6 versus 6 and not working at all for them at the moment. They managed to cap that Spire then, but they managed to lose Rib and not going to be able to push on any further. Epsilon just spawning in time and managed to come back and take the point.
They're in already.
They're equal. They're just going for the non-Uber push. There's a Spy in play. GF18 has been completely spotted by War, but meanwhile the rest of Epsilon are going to run in. GF18 Spy play not coming off there. Finally Epsilon breaking the standard, going for a straight non-Ubered push with not even all of their players there, but it works.
Yeah, it works.
And we've got 3-3. The comeback. Will we see a comeback? Will we see a golden cap?
Anyone can take it right now. It's 3-3, 5 minutes left. War going standard. Okay, you take it, Ali. You take it.
I'll take it, bro. As we see Rib opting for balcony again. War opting for standard after this balcony on those first few rounds completely wasn't working for him. Again, more passive middles with not any fast frags. GF18 is the first to go down. They've got a soldier jumping completely behind Epsilon, have Fenneks, and that's going to draw a lot of the attention of Epsilon players. I don't think he actually went down, did he? QNX, it might have been. But the rest of Fenneks is retreated, and Rib is going to be left out to dry. Mike's going to jump forward, take him out. Meanwhile, Walters goes down, and Skeege is left alive with just a soldier. He's going to try and switch spawn, maintain that Uber advantage. Game-breaking mechanics there. He's going to have his Uber for last. They could actually contest second if they Epsilon are slow about it. They've got 5 on point though. I wouldn't if I were you, my friends Fenneks.
Yeah, Mike was trying to get a little bit aggressive there, but actually just ends up running into a lot of soldier. And now Nox is going to catch some spam on balcony as well. Fenneks wants to really put his forward hold, force him in a bad position. Mike looks like he wants to come in, not catching too much damage, but his forward hold is always so hard to break on Badlands. And Epsilon don't quite seem to know what they want to do here. Lots of players taking a lot of spam on balcony. Look at their health difference from Epsilon compared to Fenneks there. And they just Fenneks will refuse to let them in.
Yeah, I mean it's a good hold. I mean they've got their demo up on that balcony area there, which is pretty interesting. I mean it could be conquered quite easily by Fenneks. They could get him quickly, but I mean if they don't, then top lobby will be Epsilon's quite quickly. The amount of damage you can put out from that position. And now we're going to see if Nox is going to drop.
Ali, are you there?
They just started. They're gonna. Mike's walking in. It looks like they're gonna take Demo Soldier in top. Actually, they send a soldier in to bomb straight, trying to bomb into the medic, but Forsaken can just jump straight into a heavy. He's not going to get much done there. War is trying to stand for top right to get something more done, but I mean, you can't see Epsilon pushing without waiting for their player to respawn. In all the time we're getting closer to that golden cap. I mean, the amount of time Epsilon has spent trying to push Fenneks' last already, you could easily see the 3 minutes drifting by.
Walters has gone down. That could be the key. That is going to be the key. Walters, Mike even wants to go straight away on that Walters pick. Gets quite deep before he gets the Uber off. Going to have to a little bit of milk in there from Ski. He's going to give him an advantage. Mike kind of wants to stay in there. Might be a mistake, but he surfs it back. He's waiting to pounce on Salmon right now in the Uber phase. He's going for it. He's absolutely smashed Salmon in the M5. War's going to get 2 frags as well. Epsilon going to take the point with 2 minutes 40 seconds left. That's 4-3 to Epsilon. Can Fenneks pull it back?
Well, based on the start of the game, they definitely can. And Epsilon still look fragile. I mean, it's not one of those games where they actually just started playing properly. They're still playing really cagey. I think they're not playing with any flair. They're just taking it step at a time, making sure they don't mess up at every stage. But onto this next, and they've got War looking to go balcony. So we're going to see how that pans out. The soldier jumps straight across the point. QNX is going to try and take him down, but War is already retreating enough. Rib walks up, Epsilon slow, but he's going to get smashed actually. As all the frags come in at once, we're just left with 2 people alive on Fenneks and 4 alive from Epsilon, but they don't have a medic. It's just Skeege alive now for Fenneks. Nox went down, so they're going to have an advantage. Oh, it's Mike. Mike's on Skeege. Oh, Mike, he's missing. Shotgun.
Oh, he missed all his shotgun, and Skeege is going to walk away! Skeege is just going to walk away!
Mike.
Oh, we picked up Mike before this. That seems like a blunder now. What happened? Like, Skeege was so low! I was on Mike's point of view. All he had to do was hit 1 shotgun. Mike's now stuck behind him. Might even get picked off there. Yeah, going to get sandwiched by the players. Rib's actually completely stuck out as well. Fenneks want to block this. They know they have to go. Only a minute 30 seconds left, but 2 players go down now. Add GF18 to that list. Kyler's still fighting the point by himself, and he just wants to pick off this soldier. Kyler's DM so strong. Salmon's killed War in the meantime, but Kyler is behind, and that point is half capped.
I mean, they should really push with you because Nox is getting closer to his, but that is the threat of their point being back capped, and he is on it. They're sending their pocket soldier Sam to jump back and try and contest, but he gets instantly shut down, and Kyler is going to have that. He does take down Kyler in the end, Salmon, but they definitely going to halt the push of Fenneks, and Nox is going to have his Uber in time to hold middle and contest.
Fenneks have to go. They just have to go. They're going to pop early. 50 seconds left on the clock. Nox still has his Uber. Nox will pop. Safety pop from Nox this time. They're actually going to lose Rib as well. Poor Uber from Skeege, and now Epsilon are surely just going to flood free stroke. Salmon trying to get some nice damage off, but he's going to get absolutely smashed. War will go down thanks to QNX. I think he came in from behind there. And Walters and GF18 want to take this fight, but it's, the odds are stacked against them. QNX is going down. Skeege is just running away. And this could be the final nail in the coffin right now. Walters is going to try and go for Nox, but he can't find the shots. Mike's going to land the shotgun.
Bash is on Skeege. Can another Epsilon player choke? Bash actually manages to succeed. saying Bash before the game was one of the players who hadn't performed as well this evening, but he's carried his team forward. I mean, you've had chokes from Nox and Mike here, but Epsilon have managed to come back from being, what, 3-0 up. Now it's 5-3 to Epsilon, and the round, the clock has ended, so that's going to be the final score.
Yeah, wow. I don't even know what to say. 3 rounds in a row for Fenneks, 5 rounds in a row for Epsilon. You know what I want to say, Ali? Did I not predict 5-3 at the start to Epsilon?
You did, but you didn't predict it in that manner, I imagine.
All that matters is the end result. So, what are we to make of that? I mean, remember, this is Epsilon's map pick. This is the map Epsilon just thought, you know, throw it out there, easy first map on the board for us. We just have to win one of the next 2.
I mean, it's played so much, you can't blame not being used to the map on that. I mean, just Nox had a shocker, really. Epsilon were pretty messy all over. When it came, they managed to get themselves together enough to the end in terms of winning, but it's not the case where you'd say, oh, Epsilon can just play with their normal play. They have to really think about everything they're doing and just sort of tiptoe through the match, not wanting to make any more mistakes.
Hold on, keep talking, Ali. I'm trying to sort the logs out for keep it ticking over.
Oh, well, I don't have any logs yet, so I'm just going to guess that Nox has got about 3 drops on there. Dropping a couple of players to that too. I mean, I don't want to hate on Nox, he's one of the best players in the world, but in terms of that game, no way.
Okay, I think I should bring the stats up if I've done it correctly. I might have not done it correctly, now I think about it. Bear with me, stream. This is only my 2nd time, you know, tenderly venturing into the realms of casting and streaming at the same time. Yep, that's a URL not found. Have you got the logs up yet, Ali?
No, my PC's really slow, so I was just hoping you'd be hot on it, and then I could watch it on the stream.
Ah, amateur mistake.
I tried typing exclamation mark log in the server, but I don't think you can do that from Source TV.
Nope. You cannot. Okay, I'm just going to look at the logs themselves while I wait for my OBS to get its act together. Basically what we're seeing is super low damage from the Epsilon flank, really. Like, Forsaken on 180, Kyler on 180, Bash on 160. Kyler's KD is still okay, but for what Kyler normally hits, that's really not up there.
Yeah. Another player we were bigging up before the game, I guess.
Yeah, War and Mike both drop. Mike on 388 a minute and War on 396 a minute. Really making a difference. Rib's damage 257. I think that's low for what we normally expect from Rib.
I think from everyone it was a really peculiar game. I mean, you could say Fenneks through, but really, in terms of what you expected the original score to be, I think you could say Epsilon just kind of got back into their rhythm. Well, we're saying all the time that they haven't really gotten back into their rhythm, they just managed to pull it together. Maybe you could say that Fenneks got complacent with how easy the game was going for them. But,
no, I don't think it was that. I think they just, like, once Fenneks got put on the back foot, they looked really edgy, you know? Like, they just didn't want to commit too much. They really, like, there were so many times they had an opportunity where they could have taken the push, but just really weren't up for it.
Yeah. But Process, anyway.
No, you keep talking. I'm trying to fix the stats.
Sure. So Process, I think, is going to be